In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use turmeric powder to make red dye that's natural. And this method is not without its faults, and I'll be going over some of those in the video as well. But this is still an easy, pretty straightforward way that you can create red dye. If you're curious to know how these pieces will hold up in the washing machine with detergent, you're about to see. In each of these jars, I'm going to put a different amount of turmeric powder and baking soda. So in the first jar, it's going to be 1 spoonful of turmeric powder and 2 spoonfuls of baking soda. And the other jar, it'll be 2 spoonfuls of turmeric powder and 1 spoonful of baking soda. And this is just to see if the differing amounts will create a different color. In my experience before, it has, but it really all just depends on if I'm boiling this or doing solar dye and other factors that I can't even state what they are. But these jars are going to be put out in the sun for solar dyeing, so we'll see how they turn out. This piece of fabric that I'm using to wipe up this spilled turmeric had baking soda on it. So you see how quickly it turns red when those two substances are combined. Okay, so let's take a look at these 2 jars of fabric that I've had sitting out for several days now. These were made using powdered turmeric, and I added baking soda to those. So let's see, for this one I used 1 part turmeric powder to 2 parts baking soda. So it was basically, I would say about 2 tablespoons of baking soda and 1 tablespoon of turmeric. So we can see the color on this. This is a nice deep red color, burgundy. So that turned out pretty good. And I've already done the experiment to show you that if I were to wash this, it will probably revert back to orange or yellow turmeric color. And then this one was 1 part or 2 parts turmeric and 1 part baking soda. just experiment with different amounts of each substance to see what happens. Both of these are very similar in color though, so that's how they look. And I'm gonna rinse them off to kind of see what happens when I do that. I believe two of the main takeaways from this method of making red dye are that if you wash these pieces in the machine, chances are the color is not going to last. You saw that, I showed that to you. Something else is that sometimes the red fabric can turn orange over the course of a few days. Keep that in mind as well. I have dyed pieces in this way and that has not happened, but sometimes it has. I'll go back and look at a piece of fabric and it has transformed into like a deep orange color, which is also really nice. So when using this method, just maybe dye pieces that don't need to be washed in the machine. Maybe you can use, you can make some art using these, or just other things, hair ties or something like that, that may not have to be washed. So those are just some things to consider when using turmeric and baking soda to create red dye. I hope this video was helpful to you in some way. Thanks for watching.